American Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
It's just a statement of fact, frankly, and in my book I talk about the fact that there are a lot of big issues out there, but that also something unexpected, you always have to be prepared for that. And that's why I actually think that Senator Obama is a terrific person to be president, because he has this capability of assessing the situation in a calm way, of listening to a lot of different opinions. And one of the things, John, that I talk about in my book is the necessity of having a president who is comfortable with different opinions, who has the capability actually of multitasking, of doing a lot of different things. And so I think that it is exactly kind of what I talk about in my book as the necessary part for a president.
But in terms of this being tested by international crisis, is that a suggestion that a rogue state or a terrorist organization may try to launch an attack on the United States to try to take advantage of what may be seen as, I don't want to say a vacuum of power, but you know, when a new president is just getting going, all of the systems aren't necessarily in place right off the beginning.
Well, I think that what you see is the fact that there's something happening in the world all the time. I mean, nobody expected just a complete financial meltdown in this particular way, and I think that we just have to expect the unexpected. I also do think that what is very evident is that there are many systems that are put into place right away, and there is continuity on things. So I think that it's a statement of fact, and I think Barack Obama is a terrific person to handle it.
Of course, one of the big issues on the radar screen, Madam Secretary, is Iraq and what to do about Iraq. Senator Obama has said that he would like to see American troops out of Iraq within 16 months of him taking office, should he win the presidency, which would be about the summer of 2010. You seem to be at odds with that idea. You told the Washington Times on Thursday, quote, "I was never for a date certain. In Bosnia, we gave a date certain, and then we couldn't get out, and that undercut our credibility." Is this idea of a timetable, a date certain, is it the wrong idea?
No, actually, there's not an issue here. I think a timetable is a really good idea. What I had talked about was just saying, and I've been saying this a long time, if you say we have to be out on May 15th of next date, I think that doesn't work. But a timetable, I think, is very important.
But he's saying summer of 2010.
Well,
it's not
it's
saying
different.
May 15th.
I think, no, but he has a timetable that actually has a trajectory, a glide path. And the part that's interesting about that also is that the Iraqi government is in fact working on a similar idea that we would get out in some kind of a systematic way. But I think that I support Barack Obama's approach to this.
Of course, you know, the Democrats talk about you and they quote you at length, but we saw something interesting on the campaign trail a little more than a week ago where Governor Sarah Palin quoted you in a campaign event in California. Let's listen to what she said.
Yeah.
It was Madeleine Albright, former Secretary of State and UN Ambassador, and Madeleine has as her quote of the day for Starbucks. Now, she said it. I didn't. She said, "There's a place in hell reserved for women who don't support other women."
So that's what she said in the campaign trail. She had gotten a Starbucks mocha that morning, and we've got a grab frame of that. Let's take a look. This is Starbucks quote number 287. And what you actually said, though, there's a place in hell reserved for women who don't help other women. She said support, and you really took issue with that.
Well, I did, because actually it means something different, and I haven't used it in a political context, but I'm really honored that she looks to me as a source of wisdom. But the bottom line, John, this is not an issue of gender. It's a question of the agenda. And I think that is something that is very important for people to think about for this campaign, which is what are the issues, which are the issues that are important to women, and they should vote in the way that suits them. I happen to think Barack Obama suits that very well.